he exploded on stage.
Dozens of people spontaneously combust each year. It's just not really widely reported.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Spinal Tap is a 1984 mockumentary of a rockumentary. It follows a band in 1982, I believe, a hair metal band called Spinal Tap, who are kind of on their way out of their career. They've been around since the 60s. It's incredible that I haven't seen this movie. I bought this movie in a bargain bin like 10 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll get around to watching it, and it ended up on the shelf, and finally I'm like, why have I not watched this movie? I love heavy metal. Rob Reiner movies are the shit. I just don't understand. I'm like, why have I not watched this? God, it's incredible. Absolute, just pure comedy. It's Rob Reiner's first film, and Rob Reiner did like When Harry Met Sally, Princess Bride, A Few Good Men, which truthfully is not a very funny movie.
You can't handle the truth!
It's so funny. It has so much charm to it. And it's just laugh after laugh after laugh. It does get a little bit slow towards the end. For an 80-minute movie, I mean, I can't stress enough how much I wish movies were 90 minutes again. I am so sick of every movie I see anymore. I'm like, why is this 2 hours and 20 minutes for seemingly no reason? It stars Michael McKean, who probably is best known for being Saul Goodman's brother in Better Call Saul, the guy who's afraid of electricity. It's got Christopher Guest from Princess Bride, Best in Show, and it's got Harry Shearer, the voice of Ned Flanders.
Harry Potter and all his wizard friends went straight to hell for practicing witchcraft. Yay!
I also didn't realize he is the voice of Otto on The Simpsons, who's been in frame this entire time. Would you just look at him?
Gnarly show, man. Want to trash the stage? Okay.
And they're the three guys who make up most of Spinal Tap. They have a keyboard player and their drummer, who the drummer doesn't matter because every single drummer for Spinal Tap mysteriously dies. The three of them, they were mostly kind of unknown when the movie came out. Now that it's 40 years later, it's so weird to see what I know them from and then to just look at them in tights with the long hair and the eye makeup. It's wild to look at. Billy Crystal and Dana Carvey play waiters who are mimes for an after party. What the f? Apparently the cinematographer that they got for the movie has done a lot of rockumentaries in the past. It feels like watching one of those 70s documentaries about rock bands. Most of this movie is improv. So when you mix the improv with the rockumentary style, it feels so authentic.
It's a bit of a departure from the kind of thing you normally play. What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
I will say the improv-y stuff is very yes and to the point where it's kind of ridiculous, where somebody will say a thing and somebody will completely contradict it and they will just fully commit to whatever insane thing that they've pulled out of nowhere for it. It's great. It is great though. It's very funny just to see them build and build and build on just wild shit. Maybe one of the things that stands the test of time is that honestly, the music rips. Like, it's actually pretty decent. There was a song that came up. They have a song called Tonight, I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight. And when I heard it, I go, oh, are they covering a song? I know that song. Where do I know that song from? Turns out, Guitar Hero 2. Turns out I've played that song a lot of times in Guitar Hero. It's written and performed by the actual actors. I can't stress enough how insanely rare that is. Normally you have people performing songs for movies. Sometimes actors perform songs for movies, but writing and performing, they're doing on-stage performances and stuff. It's insane. It disappoints me that it took me so long to watch this movie. It's not an Oscar-winning movie, obviously, and it's very silly, but man, it was really fun, and it was just easy to kind of throw on. And I mean, off sheer creativity alone, it's short, it's wild, it is a masterclass in like improv comedy, and as a heavy metal fan, it's probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. But I mean, it's an 11 out of 10. Out of sheer principle alone, it has to be an 11.
The numbers all go to 11.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
I'm new to this, so please be nice. Also, I keep trying to make sure that I'm good in the camera. I'm not looking at you at all, I'm looking at me, which I hate.